On the outside, barbed wire, security cameras, and buzzer doors safeguard the parameters of the Schumann Juvenile Detention Center. But on the inside, murals, posters, and paintings cover the walls. This has been an effort made by the staff at Schumann to transform the stigma from a jail for bad kids to a home for troubled youth. There's a designated space for the residents at Schumann to create this artwork. It's called Studio Blue, and it was created by Jerry Florida in 2016. Florida says that art goes beyond self-expression for the residents at Schumann.
Expressing themselves with no wrong. You know, in the art room there isn't a right way, wrong way, and it's the first time they're not going to feel anything punitive happening if they turn left or turn right or do something sideways. It was complete freedom that I wanted them to experience.
The Schumann Juvenile Detention Center, located in the Lincoln-Leamington neighborhood of Pittsburgh, temporarily houses youth ages 10 to 21.
One of the things we do try to provide them is the artistic outlets. So we do have involvement with a music program. We do have our artistic program that we really try to push and flourish.
While many people think of the Juvenile Detention Center system as an actual prison that youths are sentenced to, Gordon says that residents are detained there on average of 11 days, just while their court case is in progress.
Some of it is extracurricular, some of it is fun stuff, and of course some of it there's a message behind it to try and make them better folks of society.
Last fall, Schumann residents were asked to create a collection of artwork and poems to display in the lobby of Pittsburgh City Theater, while the play, titled Pipeline by Dominique Moresso, was playing inside. The play Pipeline addresses a growing national trend called the school-to-prison pipeline, where children are removed from the classrooms as punishment, eventually finding themselves in the criminal justice system.
When you have a child that's in the public school or a private school setting and they start misbehaving or have behavioral issues in the classroom, there's always accountability the teacher wants to have.
This accountability can be in the form of suspension, where students are removed from the classroom. But schools are also adopting zero-tolerance policies that can make the consequences more serious.
If they become aggressive, if they become assaultive to some of the staff or their peers in school, that creates criminal charges that could end up on probation and or in a juvenile detention center.
According to the American Civil Liberties Union, students suspended or expelled for discretionary violations in schools are nearly 3 times more likely to be in contact with the juvenile justice system the following year. When Honorable Judge Jennifer McCready learned about the Faces of the Pipeline exhibit, she invited Schumann to not shut it down, but to display it for even more to see.
Then when she saw what we did, it was kind of a natural connection to continue it and take it to the courthouse.
Yes, the Allegheny County Family Division Courthouse, where these juvenile cases are handled, will have this exhibit on display in their rotunda until April 26th, according to an Allegheny County press release.
It was a natural fit that we had this nice rotunda area at the courthouse, and with the partnerships we have with the different entities, we were able to just simply transfer it over there.
Florida asked the residents to create a new identity for themselves by using recycled materials, such as wallpaper, old artwork, or magazines, to create masks. They called their exhibit the Faces of the Pipeline.
I wanted the kids to be able to see themselves outside of Schumann, so they had to see themselves in terms of a brother, a son, a cousin, a father, a mother. You know, many of them have children.
She says that it's important for these youth to picture themselves in a positive light upon leaving the detention center.
Forcing them to say that on paper, making something in their mind tangible. It's the tangible aspect that becomes a reality.
So that they don't carry it around with them forever.
I have people that come up to me and say, oh, I was a delinquent back in whenever, and I'm thinking, that's not a stigma that people should carry. It's almost like a permanent tattoo.
Florida says the most special thing about the location of this exhibit is that it makes everything come full circle for the residents.
One of the beauties of the courthouse is this is the same building that the kids have been judged in. So now this is their beautiful rebuttal to that court procedure. And one of the kids said that he was a little bit nervous about being in the building because that's the building they associate with all the bad things. And I said, but you're not there anymore. Now you can experience the building a different way.
Residents could also include poems or personal statements. One poem reads, "I will right my wrongs. I will make my family proud." Another reads, "I just want somebody to comfort me."
It is their rebuttal, and it's done in a very peaceful, a very adult, a very mature way.